Desperate for a son, the man tried everything, but his wife still gave birth to a girl. Crushed with disappointment, he felt all his efforts were wasted. Seeing his nephew only deepened his frustration. Then an elderly neighbor shared a secret method. If his wife fed black sesame pancakes to the black cow with her left hand before dawn on the first day of each month, she would surely bear a son. But the cow refused to eat them, no matter how far his wife chased it down the street. Villagers flooded him with advice. Some suggested praying to deities, others offered potency remedies, and some demonstrated conjugal techniques. When his wife went into labor, half the village gathered for the outcome. At the baby's vigorous cry, he rejoiced, convinced it was a boy. But the midwife announced another girl. The villagers dispersed in disappointment, even taking back their prepared gifts. The man wasn't biased against girls, he was a wrestler with a championship dream only a son could fulfill. Yet their third and fourth children were also girls. Though heartbroken, he gave up on having a son, not because he couldn't, but because the family couldn't afford more mouths to feed. Daughters are fine, he resigned, at least they don't cause trouble. Little knowing these two girls were heaven-sent blessings. One day, he returned home to find two boys bruised and beaten. Assuming his nephew was responsible, he slapped him and demanded an apology, but his wife revealed their daughters had done it. Swallowing his pride, he apologized to the neighbors. After they left, instead of scolding the girls, he had them reenact the fight, making his poor nephew the target again. Seeing his daughter's fierce spirit, the man beamed with pride, but their carefree days were over. The next day, he took them to a food stall, letting them eat their favorite fried snacks without limit, for after that day, they would become wrestlers and bid farewell to such indulgent foods. The girls looked at their mother in disbelief, but she could only shrug helplessly. Thus began their brutal training. Their dresses hindered movement, so the man obtained boys' clothes from his nephew and had his wife tailor them into shorts, a scandalous choice in India, where girls shouldn't expose their legs. Humiliated but intimidated, they pressed on. Their days started at 5 a.m. with long runs from fields to streets, their father appearing like a ghost if they slacked. After 2 hours of cardio, they endured strength training, and even at night, they were denied their favorite TV shows. When the sisters begged their mother for help, she replied, their father's wrestling ambition was no joke. The village mocked him as delusional, and the girls became laughingstocks at school, but the man ignored the gossip. If you don't endure hardship now, he warned, your only future will be marrying old men. 3 months later, with basics mastered, he enlisted their cousin as a sparring partner. The girls, weakened by vegetarian diets, were easily overpowered. Recognizing their lack of strength, the man insisted they eat meat for protein, despite their poverty. Still, the girls misunderstood his intentions, complaining of exhaustion and worrying that lice-infested hair would ruin marriage prospects. The next day, he brought a barber to cut their hair short, declaring, to succeed, you must focus without distractions. Staring at their boyish reflections, they resolved to rebel. They set his alarm 2 hours late, pretended exhaustion after training, tampered with light bulbs at night, and feigned defeat against their cousin. Though their father saw through their acts, he remained silent. Thinking he had finally relented, they celebrated by attending a 14-year-old classmate's wedding, where they finally understood their father's profound love and vision.